House now. I don't know, that's okay. I'm getting ready to leave.
I know, right? Hi, we're going to St. Thomas. Yeah. Why don't I tell you going 9 years ago? Nicole. That's all I'm saying.
There they are. Eddie, come in. Okay, we're getting ready to go. Going to St. Thomas. We'll be there in a couple hours. Okay, hiya. All right. Hey. Bye. All right. Hey.
Eddie, they come down.
Hey. Oh, ain't got no light. All right. All right. Getting ready to go. Gotta get in, Mike. Yeah, I tell you. This is the family getting ready to go to St. Thomas. Everybody's gathering here at the airport. You see everybody. We'll all be going. We'll be there soon. Hey, it's good. Harold and Sonny.
We used to have one of those.
And the lady's daughter, Ellen.
Well, it's still there. The house.
Smith family.
We have bought the building, one of the buildings. Down here on the wall.
Very nice. They after this one, we're a little early, but we got like
A lot of
Corner, okay? Here he is. And things are running all over the place.
Wait, Bobby, just look at this. Ready? Wait, watch my feet. Ready? Okay, just watch my feet.
Huh? What?
You need a ticket to the tower.
You need a what?
A little card or something.
A little what?
Card to the tower.
I don't ask mommy. Ask mommy. Mommy would know.
Jump. Me, don't jump. Can I jump? Can I jump?
Well, that's what I meant. Robin.
All right, it's all right, good.
I'm your cousin.
There's the girl.
Camille and Robin. I'm sitting here. Bring my mom because that might not give it to you. That's all like that. Like, start. They're old enough. How old are you?
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm doing
Good.
great, thank you. Very good.
No.
St. Thomas is where we're staying at. Water right outside our little place there.
Hey.
Hi. Morning. Hey, Sonny. How you doing over there? Is everybody there? Hey.
Good morning,
Good
good morning.
morning. Okay.
I only know one line. That's the one line I remember from Granny
I come from my
Hey.
guava berry.
Come from my guava.
How you doing, Mita? Hi, Mita. Hey. The girls there. Hey, morning. Hey, how you doing? Okay, hey, look.
Hey!
Hey. Hey. Hey, how you doing? Okay, hi. Hey. Hi.
Hi, good morning.
So you have to go to do after the meeting. How many times did I have to tell you the day? All there, you have to service right
Where's this meeting gonna be? Are we eating first?
Shirley. Michael. Sheila. Chris. Lucky. John.
No smoking in here. Morning, Chris. I just noticed that you were smoking. Where else?
I see the light.
Nice.
family coming to the conference now. They're going to have a conference about what's going to go on here today and this week. And we got all the family gathering here. And we'll find out everything we have to know. Okay, here we are. Okay. All right, they tell us everything that we have to know when the dates are.
How are you?
I'm fine. Good morning. How are you?
I have to take advantage of these opportunities.
Well, you can get everybody together. Sounds good.
Every time I talk to you, we bring that
Okay, it's Shirley in the comment.
No, there's 2 chairs here.
No, that's my chair.
Oh, that's on the list.
No problem. Anyone else interested in different? Janine, you interested? I said that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so would that cover that?
Any privileges, sign your name and room number, the charges go right on your account and make it a little easy for you. Except for the kids, you need your parents in order for you to sign. Front desk hours are from 7 o'clock in the morning till 11 o'clock at night. If you wanted to mail any letters or postcards, we have a stamping machine. We'll put it through and mail it for you. Roughly takes about 3 days to get back to the States. In your room, in your closet, you have a safety deposit box. The key and the lock should already be there. You notice a flashing light on your phone. That means you have a message. Call the operator. She'll tell you how to retrieve your messages, or you look on your phone, it tells you how to retrieve your messages, which is really simple. 6800, and then they give you all the directions. Taxis are stationed out there. If we don't have a taxi right when you need one, we can have one for you within 10 minutes. Okay? Bolongo is located on the south side of the island, so from here to Red Hook or from here to town, it's roughly about, I would say go to Plaza Extra, because Plaza Extra from here, right next to it is Kmart. So you can probably kill 2 birds with 1 stone if you wanted to pick up anything from Kmart. Alan, did you want to say
Yeah,
something?
I think it's important, being that Megan's Day is tomorrow, that we find out exactly who's gonna do what for the boat ride. Well, we'll all be together, but being that we're all together now, that's what I'm saying. I think we should do that now. It's gonna be a problem.
Before we leave this room, we'll do that.
Yeah, do you have a piece of paper or something where we can list who's going, who's not going? Yeah, because all of us can't go. All right, so do we have a consensus of who's not going? Who's not on this boat ride?
This Friday.
Do a head count. I've got 7. Well, first, you don't have to do that unless you.
And happy hour from 4 to 6 every single day, and then poolside bingo again on Sunday. Okay, on Friday we have the
Bingo when?
Bingo,
This is
when's
where we
bingo?
throw bottles.
Sorry, when was bingo? Was that Sunday?
Bingo is every Wednesday and Sunday. Friday we have the snorkel booths, and this is where we throw bottles of rum into the swimming area and have you swim for it. And just meet on the beach with your snorkeling stuff at 2 o'clock. Friday. Every Thursday.
If there are 10 people not where to go, and that's the main thing. We're just trying to get that information. Everybody's going to be at the boat.
We in Diddy's house now. How you doing, Diddy? We in St. Thomas. Okay.
They had the stores for the.
How you doing, Alan? Hey, Alan.
Hey, how you doing? I'm over here downstairs in our Carol's house. And we're chilling out. Very nice apartment, open, wide, nice, beautiful. And I tell you, I don't really want to leave right now. I want to just hang out here, but we got to leave shortly. But we're having a great time. We're here with the family, and it's really a wonderful experience.
Yeah. Get over there so I can take
Let me
that.
get up, we're gonna take a picture right now.
Hey. And Diana's there taking the picture. Hi, Don. Okay.
Come on.
All right. Get you on camera first. Hey. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Okay. You know, how you doing? You know my place. Hey, y'all. Hey. Hey.
No, I
Yeah,
see every morning. I go back to my shop. I'm killing them like crazy.
Then there ain't no
Yeah,
seeing.
the little tiny bugs. Little
You can't see the
tiny
no
bugs.
see 'em. You can't see the
I
no
see
see
'em. They
'em.
call no see 'ems, and I
Okay.
see 'em out the corner of my eye, and then I can't find them no more. I find them.
Daddy did, we covered the chairs. Your ears might be clogged up.
So how you like it, Al?
Maybe
Al.
your ears clogged up.
Alan, how you like it?
Very nice. This is nice. We're sitting over at Mom and Dad's place up in St. Thomas. It's very cozy and nice.
Say cheese. Cheese.
Very bright. Very nice. Hey, you get a picture, Dick. Yeah. Want to get a picture?
I go lay it in and I sit down next to you. Or you can take that picture. I'll sit next to you. Oh.
Wait for you to take it.
It's a love seat.
All right. We got a rocking chair?
Up at Plantation. There's our place over there. Right there we live. We live in the second place right there. I see. All right, there's our door. Right there. That's our place right there. Mine's the signs. There's Alan. And Diane. Did. And
Well,
Mommy.
we're down here at St. Thomas. Look at this view back here. Maybe the sun's shining.
Yeah.
Stand in the shade, the camera in the shade, and we'll be in the sun, and you get a nice shot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, actually, what we got there?
Wow.
I don't want to fall in the water.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. Leaves are falling back. All right, so we're up here at Mommy and Daddy's residence, vacation residence, and it's really beautiful, very tropical and nice, peaceful and quiet. Really nice.
But it's still live, so it'll come right
Here's another family over there. And then they're talking. Hey, Michael, is he up in the room there? There's a ship around there. Keep up on the rock up there.
Defense, fellas, defense. 8-0. Go on.
back. There we go. All right, man. Take care. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, Chris, you're the only one there, baby. My fault. I got you. You got 0. My fault. 8-0. We can run your time to practice. 8-0, fellas. Ball's in now. Here we go. Tail. Let's go. Watch your back. Right there. Easy shot. Nothing. Yeah. Shot going, baby. Shot going. It's going. It's over. Here we go. Come on, baby. I'm not even sure if you want me. Push your stuff on the side, man. This is a foul too easy, baby. Come on, man. 9-0.
Yeah, I ain't gonna take the whole thing. I'm gonna take both of you.
Oh!
Find that jump shot real quick, you know what I'm saying? I like it.
You was like, I was like, bam! I ran right into a wall.
Yeah, I was experiencing that too. You know, when I was trying to cut, I was having a problem, my foot here and everything was like jammed up and everything. I tried to put it in a basket and stuff, and I was having
Can't get warmed up, baby.
You know what? This is all on tape. This is all being recorded. All these books you look at yourself.
Go, Squires, go, Kevin.
I personally, since he's recording, I would like to go on record as saying I believe the black man is going to win.
Can't be back.
And my money is on him. Woo! One of these? Yeah.
You have it.
I was trying to get a suit, and that's why I hurt my foot.
We out here and it's all good.
Yeah, I saw you playing that basketball. Yeah, look at that. Let's see. Oh boy. Oh yeah, what is that?
A crab.
Oh, okay.
And I go a cat crab.
Uh-huh.
Toss up my heart, see where it lands, on and on. You know I just keep on trying, and I smile. Feel like flying on and on, on and on, and on.
So where you gotta go there? You can't get them here.
No, they don't sell them.
They don't sell them there. No.
They don't sell them. They don't sell them.
It must be at the lunchtime. They have it on the menu.
They sound really good in the sun.
Ronnie. My niece. Dinner.
Women had to leave a little boy in Kingston town.
I am a little out of tune. What a silly thing I did.
In the market you will hear ladies cry out while on their heads they bear. Ackee rice, saltfish is nice, but the rum is fine any time of year. And I'm sad to say I'm on my way. Won't be back for many a day. My heart is down, my head is turning around. Had to leave a little boy in Kingston town. Sad to say I'm on my way. I won't be back for many a day. My heart is down, my head is turning around. Had to leave a little boy in Kingston town.
They're in the water. There they are.
Once you get in, it'll be all right. Yeah, that's what I did. Take no more.
I tried to ease my way and I'm getting worse before I went out.
Okay, okay, we're here, right. Okay, this is where we're going to have the family Megan's Big Picnic. Inspired by Diddy and Carol and family. And this is where we're going to gather. Reunion, everybody's here. We're all gonna get ready to eat. Got a lot of people here, all over from the island. Here's the family. There's the spread. Everybody's getting to eat something. How you doing now?
Yeah, I know Beulah. I know the connection between Beulah and his father. My first husband.
This little one here?
Because I got some days.
Yeah, they're waiting on the line to eat now. They're going down to eat.
Our grandfather was Daniel. His grandfather. This is the best. Something down. Here comes Adam. I said, ain't this a lady
You need something? I don't think it's on yeah, way over here. Yeah, she met her.
You know what I mean? So it can be out on the bench. You know? They don't think about what's theirs. They just want to tell them they might be renovated so they drink. You know what I'm saying?
Over here talking about the family tree. Who's who and who's not, whose father's who, whose mother's who, and whose cousin, brother, and cousin. Nice that. Nice
Try it.
A lot of family. Everybody's gathered here. Have a good time. Big reunion. Family reunion.
Put it in the cup.
Look, show your cup. You can put that. That's all right. You're going to use water anyway. Yeah.
Yes, I thought there was three, but there was Johnny and there was I know, but that John went to the church we need to go because they told me to go to San Pedro de Macorís. And they have a people split there, so we need to make a trip up there. Community that they got black blood in there. That's what that is? It's like a beach kid, right? T-shirt is sitting We're losing. We're calling back and let them go and
Smiths here. They go way back at that. I don't know who they are, but when you see him on here, you'll get him and know.
Is that Michael? Did you sign against
All right, this is the Smiths
Okay.
fame. Hard to see this, but
That's not gonna come out.
these are all the people where everybody stems from.
Thank you very much. Okay. Send me the instrument.
Okay, who is this, Stephanie?
This
Stephanie.
is a picture from Jeannie, and here comes Auntie Beulah. Perhaps she can tell us about this.
Okay.
And I suppose that perhaps Nadine will be letting us know.
Oh, she's gonna let. Okay, she's
Yeah,
gonna let. Okay,
she's
all
going to
right.
do her
all right.
presentation.
When you looked outside and you thought the bell was coming.
I'd like to introduce to everyone Nadine Marchena. Nadine. Not Nadine. Nadine. Another Nadine. And she is going to do for us a family story. She's going to tell us some of our history. She's our family historian, a real treasure. Move close, listen.
Studying the family tree for 20 years, since I was 15 years old. I'm going to tell you a story today that's of our common ancestor. And everyone has been going through the family tree and determining where they are. And it's so great to see so many people that I knew the names of all my life, but I never was able to connect a face to those names. One thing about the way I study genealogy is that, or study your family tree, is that I study history. So I'm not very good with going extended families. I go direct line and study what those people were doing in the times that they lived. Here on Megan's Bay in 1831, this was not a beach that belonged to people of the Virgin Islands. It was a plantation of these hills called Estate Cane Anne. And what they used this area for was to take the molasses and the sugar cane down to steam ships that would be out there and take them off to other places where they could be processed. St. Thomas was ruled by the Danes. It was Peter van Schulten, who was the Governor General at the time. And slavery, believe it or not, in St. Thomas, not St. Croix included, but in St. Thomas, there were about 4,500 free men, colored men, and there was also about 4,500 slaves at the time in 1831. In the United States, Andrew Jackson was president of the United States, and there were gas lights used to light houses, but there was no electricity. There was no cameras or photographs, and there were trains, but no other way of communicating, of movement. There were many things that were invented after 1831. In the British Virgin Islands is where we should focus our time. And there were insurrections going on the Pickering plantation at the time, which was a huge, huge plantation in Tortola.
But in the year 1831, they decided that those that were free colored men would have the same rights as any British subject. It was in this atmosphere that Jacob Wilson Smith was born. Jacob Wilson Smith was born a free man. He was never enslaved. He is pictured here with his eldest son, James Henry Smith. He was born in 1831. His second son. This is his second son here, Daniel Bishop Smith. And this was given to me by his grandson, a son of Joshua, Freddie Smith. And I understand from my great aunt that the baby is Leo Smith, who's still alive, 99?
Yeah, he's still alive.
That is why I really wish that many of you would determine that you can travel to Tortola sometime at the end of this week. Watch Tiffany, watch Tiffany. Tortola is where this all began. In a search, and I've always known about Jacob Wilson Smith, in a search for Jacob and finding out more about Jacob, my grandmother and I traveled to the island of Tortola. And we didn't know whether or not we would stay over or how long it would take to find out about this man. Because many people looked at him and said, well, we don't know what he is, what's going on with him. We just knew that he existed. And we spent 6 hours going through records, births, marriages, baptismal, deaths. And during that 6 hours, we celebrated our small little victories of finding relatives that belong to us. In the 7th hour of researching through these documents, we both jumped up at the same time and said, we found him, we found him, we found him. And then we had to hurry because they were going to close the church. So we made hundreds of copies, one after the other, of the original documents that we had found throughout the day. And we went back to the hotel because we had to stay over. We had missed our boat. And we stayed in the hotel and we ate dinner, and then we came back and we started going through the documents. And then we realized that there were 2 Jacob Wilson Smiths. We had found 2 of them. And this is what a document, this is the type of documents we are going through. Hundreds and hundreds of papers. And there is a Jacob Wilson Smith here, born in 1831 to James and Elizabeth Smith, a free person, and their family was living on Frenchman's Key. And then we found another Jacob Wilson Smith, born 1841, 10 years later, to a Frederick Smith and an Ann Smith off of Peter Island. And the thing about the second Jacob Wilson Smith, the one born in 1841, is that he was very close to the age of his wife. And this is Johanna Pickering Smith. Johanna was born in 1842. And so normally and naturally, you would determine that because they're pretty close in age, that those 2 were married to each other. But, and we went back and forth on this, we looked at where they were born. And if you know anything about the Smith family and property, you know that they own half of Frenchman Key and they own some of Peter Island. So being able to look at the 2 places where they were from did not give us a clue. It was then about a week later after we had come back to St. Thomas, and we were speaking to my great aunt, Ilva Smith. And my grandmother went back and forth and spoke with her on many occasions. And finally we sat down and we determined that it had to be Jacob Wilson Smith, born in 1831. Because my grandmother remembers her grandmother calling him Mr. Smith. Because he was old, and she asked her, and she said it was because he was older than her. And then at a subsequent trip to Tortola, I found a record that said James Henry Smith, born to Jacob Wilson Smith of Frenchman's Key. And so that sort of confirmed the story that Jacob Wilson Smith was the one that we had found. And we both found them at the same time. So we didn't, when we both jumped up, we thought we had found one, but actually we found two different men. I have to say that that should not shock me that there was more than one Jacob Wilson Smith, because I've been able to find 4 James Smiths, 4 of them that are captains. And I just wrote down some of the names of the ships that they had. We had a Captain James Smith, who was captain of the Rain Day. We had one that was captain of 4 Friends, another boat. There was one out of Anegada that used to run the government boats. And then there was a Captain James Henry Smith of the Fancy Me, which is I've spoken about James Smith, and I wanted to go through the lines, and I found a new line today. Cousin. That's the name I don't have here, but I know where to find the name, so I'm going to go back and get that name so I can put that in the record as well. But of the descendants of Jacob Wilson and Johanna Smith, they're the descendants of James Henry Smith. And some of the descendants of those people were Clarence Smith, otherwise known as Don Smith. Lloyd Smith. Bernice Smith. He's not here. Beulah Smith. The descendants of Daniel Bishop Smith would be David Smith, Rhoda Smith Hartman, Leo Smith, Willie Smith, Alice Smith, Philip Smith, Henry Wally Smith, Stanley Smith, Owen Smith, and there's more. I just didn't know all of them. Zedekiah Smith. This is my newfound cousin. We also have, and there's a long list of them. I just named out the ones that I thought were descendants. Did I miss anybody so far? Okay, let's go on. We had John Smith, of which we have no family members here, so it's my earnest determination that we're going to find them. But there is Abraham Alexander Smith, of which the descendants are Eric Smith. All right. Smith, and his granddaughter is here someplace. Where is she? I think he has to. Okay. Johnny Smith. Yes. All right. And Leroy Smith. Yes. Did I miss anybody at all?
Under Abraham, you have Steele Smith or Trigger.
Ah, yes. I am sorry. And that's Constance and Jada Finchine and those guys?
Yeah, those are their family.
And my apologies to those people. Let's see.
And they all Bishop, so we got to go to St. Paul.
Right after Tortola. Okay, now, I continue the story. Johanna, who's also a common ancestor. Johanna Pickering Smith, a proud woman. she always, and you will find in Virgin Islands history and Caribbean history that I've studied, that the women always sort of pulled the family together. Okay, guys, come on, come on. Johanna, here being a very serious person in this particular photo, was a formidable person, but remembered by her grandchildren as a very, very friendly, kind, and loving and sweet woman. She came from the background, and it was kind of funny because at the same trip we found that her mother's name was Fanny Nottingham, and her father's name was John Pickering. Now in British Virgin Islands history, we have many John Pickerings, among them the governor, the first governor of Tortola. I have not been able to determine if this is her father or all of his line were all named John Pickering as well. But her mother was Fanny Nottingham, child of what they call the Nottingham people. The Nottinghams were slaves originally owned by a Quaker. And this Quaker decided long before the abolition of slavery to issue a manumission of all his slaves and to free them long before any slaves were ever freed in the British Virgin Islands. Not only did he free them, but he gave them all his property, all his cattle, all his crops, all his ships, and he gave them freedom in perpetuity. They were never ever to be enslaved again, even when he left the island, because he gave them a deed to everything. They determined that they would live in the area of Estate Langlook in Tortola. And right now, if you are a Langlookian born on this land and can trace your roots to these Nottingham people, you do not have to pay property taxes because the property is yours. Okay. So she is the descendant one generation down from those people. She was never born into slavery, but she is a generation down from a person who was. And that ends my story of Johanna and Jacob Wilson Smith. Yay! Other people asked me about a couple other things, so I'm going to go ahead and give that information as well. Many of you in the audience are descendants of the Walter Ding family, is that correct? Yeah. I did not do a lot of research on the Walter Ding family, but when Dina called me, I have a large resource library at my home. This is my hobby. And I was able to find a picture of Mrs. Ernesta Walter Ding, and it's a small picture.
That was Pappy's mother?
That was Pappy's mother?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Camera. And I'll pass this around, but I really do need my book back.
Yeah, well, I have a picture of her in the living room. When you're finished with your presentation, I will show it and pass it around.
The only information I have about Miss Walter Ding was that she was traveling to New Rochelle. I'm sorry. She was traveling to New Rochelle. And in the time of the transfer from Danish West Indies, because the Virgin Islands was under Danish rule in 1917 to about 1920, they required that each person get something similar to a passport because they had not determined whether they would be U.S. citizens. They had a choice of becoming Danish citizens, and they weren't sure what they were doing. So they made these passports, and they called them passbooks. Identification card system. And this one is of everyone who traveled from the Virgin Islands to anywhere in 1918. That is why we have a picture of Ernesta Walter Day. She was traveling to New Rochelle to visit her kids, her children, and she was taking 2 of her grandchildren with her. And so her picture exists here and exists in the archives of the Van Scholten Collection in St. Thomas and the Landmark Society in St. Croix.
Okay.
The last thing is Adina, my grandmother, asked me for some information on the Fancy Me.
Okay.
Fancy Me, for those of you who do not know, is a ship that was owned by several Smith brothers. James Henry Smith being the captain, Daniel Bishop, one of the owners, and Abraham Alexander, the 3rd owner. And the boat, in coming from the Dominican Republic, went down in a storm with the captain aboard. And so that is how we lost James Henry Smith. And in a newspaper, it was called the St. Thomas Mail Notes. It's really difficult to read. Talks about, it copied a letter from Harold Norman, who is also a relative. And that's another level. If you really want to know about that, I can tell you later. To E.C. Wheatley, yet another relative, very close relatives of ours. And I'm going to read the first 4 or 5 paragraphs because it's a long article. I suppose ere this you have heard the sad news, but I shall endeavor to explain the matter the best I can. At present, I am not too well. I did not arrive here until Thursday from La Romana. We left Macquarie on Thursday night, 22nd July, Friday. We were out of sight of the land. The captain, seeing the weather coming on, thought it best to turn back, which he did, and we arrived at Saona Island at 3 o'clock the evening. We met 2 ships on the southwest end of the island, and we anchored there. The weather started about 6 o'clock. Unfortunately, with a strong wind and the tossing of waves, the chain busted and we began to drift and continued drifting until 3:30 in the early morning. The captain tried his best, but could not prevent that which happened. At the hour stated above, which was Saturday morning, the ship struck a rock. At that, Tybalt was in the cabin. Immediately after, she got another blow and she started to take in water, and all who were in the cabin at the time came on deck. The vessel ran for a short distance from where she got the last blow and then sank. Mr. Wheatley, I cannot describe to you the cries of the poor people, and while she was sinking on the one side, the captain gave the command for all hands to go to the other side. This brought her back a little, but she made a second cast, and every man left the deck. I remembered when I came up, that is all I had thrown myself into the sea. I saw her mast, and I made to bowl it, but it sank away. I felt it was no use to swim, and that it was best to remain there and die. In that moment I saw nothing but death, but I was not afraid of death. I gained courage. I was not afraid to die, neither was I afraid of the angry deep. Not the least bit frightened came to me. I felt it was very strange that it was such a condition. I was not afraid. And it goes on and on and on about what he saw and what he felt. The one thing that I do have seen several times is that they say that they saw the captain on the boat as it went down. And they identified him by his coat, his trench coat. As he stayed on and they called for him. And he said no, he would go down with his boat. And that is the story of the fancy.
Thank you. All right, all right.
I just came from the National Archives about 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks ago. And it is sad to see what is happening to the records of our family at the National Archives. And those of you who live in the United States need to write the National Archives and demand that they preserve the records of our family. When you touch the records, they have them thrown in boxes, and when you touch them, they crumble. They have made a lot to preserve the files of all Americans except the U.S. Virgin Islands. And I think that if together we could write to the National Archives and ask them that these are the records of our families, we want them preserved, we want them kept, that they could make an extra effort, I think it will go a long way toward being able to handle the records. A lot of them you cannot even read because they are so crumbled and they're so torn, and they just have them stuck in boxes. So please, if you can, just write a little note to the National Archives asking them in Washington, D.C., asking them to, they need to treat the VI records just like they treat everybody else's records.
To continue the story of the Walterdings and the Smiths, I want to introduce myself to everybody.
Can we have our attention, please? We still have a little more program to do.
My mother was Elaine Walterding, a sister to Elma Walterding. She was a Walterding before she became a Smith. And I have some copies of pictures that are very fragile. I did not bring them with me, but I made some Xerox copies, and I'm going to circulate them and tell you a little bit about what I have. The Walterdings. I have a group picture here of, this was my grandmother, Ellen Helena Peterson. This is my grandfather, Eric Camille Isidro Walterding. And these are pictures at various stages of their 5 children's lives. Your mother, grandmother, great-grandmother is Elma Walterding here at about age 8. And here she's about age 15. This is my mother. This is my mother. This is my mother. Now this is my mother. This is Auntie Ina. This is Uncle Rixie. This is Auntie Elma. This is Auntie Diddy. Some of you may have seen these pictures already. Now all the pictures are very fragile. I just put a collage and had them Xeroxed by a friend. And so I have a few of these, and I will let Nadine and the eldest decide who she wants to distribute this to if she would like to have. Okay. If you want originals, I'm going to ask you to contact Sonia because I'm not online yet. And Sonia will get in touch with me, and I'll have the copies made of the original pictures that I have. Then there is the picture of.
No, I'm going to get everybody.
Dean mentioned Ernesta Hughes Walterding, my grandfather's mother, in her living room. Granny Walterding in her 19th century typical Victorian living room with her children Elma, Daisy, Alma, and grandson Mario.
Let me get that picture. You all right?
Okay, I'll see them when you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have a couple.
Oh, this is this is wonderful.
Hi, how you doing? How's everybody? Okay. You enjoying the family history? See what's going on, huh?
That's right.
Alan, I'm gonna give you my email address so that we can stay in touch. And I'm gonna fax. I'm gonna see if I could email you all the information that we have, and then pray you put some of this stuff together.
Very good.
Okay.
Now, go back to that lady that I got to have that, please. And I'm Alan Squires.
Squires?
Some more pictures here. I'm missing a black Snoopy towel. If anybody finds it, could you please return it to me? Everybody
Just hold it there. Okay, we're getting it now. All right. Where's mommy's mother? Right here? Point to it.
I don't know who to.
Right here. Hold up. Where's your mother?
That's Granny.
Yeah.
That's Pappy.
Okay.
Who was it?
Auntie Ina.
Wait a minute.
No, that's not me.
Move your hands. That's Diddy. One on top is Mama. Yeah.
Auntie Ina.
Your hands in the way. I can't see.
Who is this?
I know.
That's mother. That's your grandmother. That's grandma.
That's Elma, that's Ina, Elaine, and Eric.
Eric.
Uncle Rixie.
I would like Sadie and
Okay, let her know.
Nice family reunion. Lots of people. We heard the history and where everybody come from and who they branched off from and what part everybody played in it and how the kids and the grandchildren and the great-grandchildren and the children here are here.
Yeah, my other little piece there.
You're just like me. Go on. What you want?
I want a piece of that.
You see? It needs some. You'll never cut it off.
Cutting her cake. Coconut berry cake. Tastes very good.
You put it there. I don't know.
Say something about it.
That's part of the family there. I don't know if they come from Chicago or where, but when you see them, you know who they are.
I'm frustrated trying to understand. He could hear and hear people together and telling you a story. And they start listening away to the mother, and that's what they answer. This one, and then you have to laugh.
How you doing? Okay. Good. Everything's fine. Good. Right, yes. How you doing? Good. they say?
So glad to see
Oh
everybody.
yeah, right. Big crowd. Yep.
Now, who was saying who was first?
You're looking at the pictures here. Family. Your grandmother.
This is at the city.
Here's people that did this, that made this party for us. Carol, Diddy, Chris, all got together and made a wonderful, wonderful spread. And a wonderful time they had. How you doing, Carol?
I'm doing okay,
So,
Leslie.
how's everything?
This has been fantastic.
Has been, huh? Right, sure has.
Ray, we miss you.
Oh yeah, okay, right.
We miss you.
How you doing, Mike? Enjoying
You have
yourself?
to let Martha say hello to Ray.
Marva, say something to Ray so Ray can say something.
So sorry you didn't come, Ray. Look how good time we having. You should come.
Right, okay. Everybody looking at the pictures to see who they are. There's Lord and the Son. Okay, all right. All right, well, it was nice and nice.
Wonderful.
Right.
You know they bum rush the pictures.
Right.
Still wonderful.
All right.
We didn't get to do the calling of the clans. We had planned to do that. But we might be able to do it another time.
Okay, good.
It's great.
That really was. All right.
Right now it's about building the bridge. Yeah, what time you got that? Anyhow. Oh. That's about 5 to 3.
There's all parts of the family. You'll find out who they are later when you see them on tape.
They have to pick up from the thing.
I don't know.
This was the year before they sailed to New York.
And from the Union came Central.
That's right.
And that's right.
And this is my mother. In my previous life, I had 10 children. This one I said, no for you.
Huh? Chris, he said he's going to take a swim for his father.
Because I did too many miles, I did too many runway, and I really should have decided not to do it. I'm doing a lot. I should have looked at commercials instead of working on the runway for 100 shows. After a while, the runway stuff just becomes old. You know, sometimes real profitable, but not where I want to be.
Put your thing up, Mike.
So,
Yeah, put your thing up.
I'm still wound up back into
Make sure you blow it
the
out.
world of
If we
I'm
jump
trying to
too
get away from
hard
all of that.
around, what are we going to do?
People are still hiring me out to MC their affairs, to, I guess, get things going personally.
Ah, there go Chris. He's swimming up, and he's just one of the cousins.
The what? Swim, what's that? Is that something you put your legs and your arms at the same time? She said, why not swim? I said, isn't that something?
Alright, still got him in focus.
That's where you going? You swim all out there?
Okay, get the kids right here because he's further out there. I'll get him when he's coming back. Chris and
How you like that?
Chris,
Not that bad.
huh?
Not that cold. Oh yeah, you know what I mean.
Chris and Tiffany, that's it. That's who it is.
If you want to, I'll hold on to it for you. If you want to. If you want to go in. Take off your shirt. Give me your shirt. Hey, dive in. Oh, he's doing pretty good. Wow. Go ahead. Go, G, man. We're going out there with Chris in the boat. He's way out there, man. Chris is down, you know, water from that.
And take some breath. You going all the way out there?
Okay, see if I can pick them up. There they are. I got them now. They're almost out to the buoy. Okay, there they are. They're at the buoy now. They're supposed to be coming back.
I'm right here. I can't stand it. I told her cheating. I told her.
There's Lloyd there in the sun. And there's Vern trying to swim. I think she's sitting in the sand. Okay, hi. Okay. I said that already. You in the sand swimming. There's Michael and Tina. Oh, Michael and Kimberly. I'm gonna pick up Chris again. Chris will be coming back. There's John there. Here he come. Here they come now. Here come Tiffany and Chris coming back. They're swimming freestyle now. Freestyle. Here they come.
Yeah, near that building.
Okay. Alright, here they come. Oh, and let's stop and took a rest. I don't know who they're talking to. Let me see. Looks like Janine. Yeah, that's Janine. There's John. There's Robin underneath the water. There she comes up. Oh, wow. She swims like a fish. Oh, boy.
Yeah, I get a lot of...
Okay, very well done.
What's that?
Took a nice swim. That was good.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Okay, very well done. I got you all the way.
Hey, Chris.
Okay,
Hey,
Chris. All
I was
right.
trying to come out there, man. Y'all just wait a few more minutes. No problem. And I realized I couldn't stand up.
Look, let's see my mother here. Where?
Hello, Mother.
Okay. There you are. All right. That's Chris hugging his mother. Okay.
I was on my way to. I realized when I stood up, I couldn't stay in the water. I feel like I could walk out there.
You took a turn for a husband. Okay.
You know, so I just want to walk. Tiffany, come. The mother wants to thank you.
Gloria's thanking Tiffany for taking a spoon with her son, poor husband, Camille, that passed away. But he's here with us in spirit, like I said in your prayer. Yeah, all right. All right, I get you. All right.
That's cool.
Till we get down here, I'm walking in the water, get my shoes all wet. Sandals. All right. It's like we got a little dean. It looks like I'm getting somebody that I know. I'm just not taking anybody. Oh yeah, that's Nadine. And this is Camille right here. How you doing, Camille? How you doing, Camille? Oh, she must didn't hear me. There's Kaita. Hi. 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 There's Kaita right there. Skipper and his wife in the water. And there's Gigi. G.
Come on, you trust. You know you trust. You don't trust me. And look, Granny G, look at me. I saw you. No, you do it your way.
I'm gonna make sure they don't bother you. Go ahead. I'm gonna make sure.
What you say? Thank you very much, but I'll take care of myself. She ain't gonna do it.
There's Pete.
Where's Mama Dean?
And Janine. The sun is getting hot out here now. There's Lucky over there.
Thomas, we're having a good time. The weather's beautiful. We just had a family meeting and a historian spoke, and it was really a nice affair. Now we're going to go into the water. If you can see, Daddy is scanning into the water. We have a lot of family in the water. There's about, now there's about 80 of us here. Some in the water, some up on top, and we're having a great time. I think I got my money in my pocket. My money's all wet. Oh, man.
I got my money in my pocket, too.
Just tissue. Just dry tissue I was using. You get all the so it won't break all up my pocket.
Hey! I know every video probably.
Hi. Hi, Robin. Hi, Camille. Camille.
No, one day we'll get to see all the videos. You see my face in every last video. Right?
Right.
And the star. Y'all try both of y'all. Stop being jealous. That's why he always aiming on me, not y'all. Oh. I'm his star. That's why he always put that camera on me.
Come on, Kepra. Come in the water, baby. Get out quick. Come on, let me take you out.
Hey, none of that around
Come here. I'm going to go like this. Like you did to me. Like you did to me. He had this big old purple on my arm. I'm like, what is this?
We made it.
Hey.
But I held it.
way out there, that shit out there, way out there, you know? Looking like we on the board.
That's Chris. We're out there on that boat. Sailboat.
Definitely like that. Like mommy, the hills. Go down to the water.
Whoa!
I know
Hey, this is where we stayed. The cars will take you around. Bolongo. Bolongo Bay Beach Club Villas. That's where we stayed, right there. Parking lot. Fat. Yeah. Eating their breakfast. Nice and quiet. Very nice.
So happy. Just looking at you, right? Every time
That's the train in the water. And that's Calo.
Come underwater yet?
Yeah. How you doing?
I'm good.
Did you go in the water swim?
Go in the water.
Did you?
When the kayak flipped over.
Oh boy. Okay. We're right here. Exercise, huh? Then you go higher or you stay with 20? Go higher? Fitness center. Mm-hmm. And this one over here, sauna.
Hot here, I don't want it.
Oh, yeah.
And they put the heat on it. It's sweat, you
good.
know. See it down here, why would you need that down here?
Right.
Man, somebody turn that thing on, lock it.
That's what I'm saying.
Kill you.
That's right. You see that in the movie pictures. Oh, you can swim in there, yeah. 3 feet. Go up to 5 feet. That ain't bad.
I'm doing shoulder presses, and I'm benching 30. It's for your shoulders and your deltoids.
And this makes you lose weight too?
Triceps.
This makes you lose weight too?
It tones your muscles up.
Oh, okay.
I use the what do you call it? The treadmill.
Okay.
Which I'll use when I'm finished to burn calories.
Oh, okay. All right. On them stairs, right, yeah. And Alan's doing this tread, and he's going
I don't want to,
tread.
well, we call it the Stairmaster, but over here, they call it the stair climber.
And
What it is, it's actually like walking up steps. You set it at different levels. So right now I'm on number 3, and I have it set to go up to number 7. So it goes in gradual steps. So I already did 20 minutes, and this is my second 20 minutes for 40 minutes.
Okay.
And then I'll be straight for the day.
All right.
All right. We have water and juice and stuff like that over here in case you need. Diane's on the treadmill right now.
Yeah. Oh, Diane's walking on this
She's
thing.
gonna walk a couple miles. She's just getting started. And that's it.
Okay, just outside the fitness room. This is the houses and the cliffs. We're in St. Thomas. Called Iggy's Beach Bar and Grill. You can hang water. You can have entertainment stuff going on inside. There's the view from outside. The ocean's right there. How you doing? Hey, how you doing? Hey, good to see you. Bye. Hey, hey, everybody's in the water. Everybody's in the water. Hi. Everybody's in the water swimming.
Hi, Lester. All these videos we've seen all our lives, you're not never in one of them.
I'm in them.
It's probably a reason.
Ah, I'm gonna walk right in. That would be something, right? Hi. How you doing? Okay, hi. All right.
You go and go back to the house? Good afternoon, sir.
Who's playing bingo at work?
Bingo at 4 o'clock.
Where?
Poolside.
Where? Where? Huh? Iggy? Iggy? Oh, yeah.
I think it's This is Teresa.
I find out one thing going on, my body trying to talk, you gotta say.
Sorry. I'm not, you can get me when I am.
Hey, gentlemen!
I'm the star, not you. My background. Where's my grandma? Grandma? Are you going to the room? Where you going? You want something to drink like a struggle? No, I want to trouble you. Don't attempt to do that. I think you should have something to drink, Robin. Robin! I think you should have something to drink. I want something to eat. Okay. Well, I think you should have something to drink. Mike. Yeah, what do you want to eat? I got 90 signatures in my thing. Where you going to get? Oh, you need that Iggy? And I'm going to do it the next
I got one of she's too. Okay, well, I called you. Give you a together. I can get like to 1 o'clock.
He's a drool baby. Drooling everywhere. Where's the drool? Where's the drool?
Getting ready to fight Daddy.
Sonny holding the baby. It's Michael's baby. Michael and Nancy's little boy.
But he's crazy.
I can't catch you. I'll catch you. I'm good at this. I'll catch you. Catch me.
There's Alan lying over there.
Seriously, I will. Olivia. Hold on.
Okay, next one time for the people.
Hang on.
John. That's Pete. The school net. There's the school net talking. There's Adrian. There's Retta.
You stay right here. Let me see if I can. You're all polo.
Well, Kobe, tell me what you got.
Lisa's daughter's gonna go out in the sailboat there. Sailboats right there. There they are. They're almost to the boat now. Hey, there's the boat. You gotta get in. Ah, there's the jump in. And she's in Libya's in. There we go. There we go, out in the water. The sail is taking right on out. Just got back from Coral World, huh? And you liked it? All right, so a lot of fish. What do? You feed the fish? Do you touch the fish? Touch the shark? Oh boy, that was nice. Okay. There we go. Look at that guy. There we go. Come on and jump.
Oh wait, God,
There's a guan on top of the thing. He's like in the water right here, and the kids is in the water playing, and he's gonna jump. Okay, let's see. Are you gonna jump? You gonna jump? There he is. Come on. He's one.
Diane! Kobe! Give me! Give me his Kobe! Why you leaving on me?
He's not about to jump in the pool.
Look at that guy. Oh boy.
Move over.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, come on down.
Nobody. Yeah, give him a wedgie. Give him a wedgie. Yeah, how you like that wedgie? How you like that wedgie, buddy?
Everybody's looking about the monster.
Kobe, what's your back? Hi, how are you?
Hey, boy, he swam a long way. That's good. Okay.
All right.
That's a long way. Yeah, he's getting it.
Michael.
Oh, he's going back the other way, the deep way. He's getting his confidence now.
Good night, good night.
Oh, you made it. Okay. Hey, Easter flowers. Look at that. Easter flowers. Yeah, he eats the flower. Look, honey. The little girl gave him the flower. He ate it right up. Look. He ate that flower right up. Yeah, see? He eats that flower right up. He eats the red flower. See that, honey? Sonny, he eats that red flower right up, huh?